There's a reason why I've tested Unlimited and Rock and Roll. If you think about the reason for 5 seconds, you'll get it. Why could that be? Why do I like those games? They're the only games I tested. Why does he like them? Is he biased? We might be biased. I got it, guys. He's biased. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 27 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited and the upcoming Mega Man Rock and Roll, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Meta Gal. We are done with the 4, so let's keep going. Only one choice, because it is the start of the Fortress Chaos. So we might as well get the elephant out of the room first. We did receive 5 dislikes on our previous episode. The funny thing about that is that all of those dislikes appeared inside 10 minutes from the same country. I guess criticism nowadays is not welcome. That is because we live in the year of 2019. That's a really interesting weapon. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. It's actually a fantastic idea. I like that. I don't know why I tried to do that. I guess I'm trying to get my words out. So, rather than accepting criticism that would help you in the long run, just ignoring it is, I guess, what people do now. Because ignoring it means that you don't have to improve. Ignoring it means that you think your product is perfect. Even if this wasn't the developer source, somebody else disliking for no reason, the fact is that if you never want to receive a negative or neutral criticism, you'll never be able to improve. If I just told you how great it is, what is that gonna teach you? Some products are great, and the thing is, you already know that. You already know you made a great product. You're proud of it. But if a game has flaws, a lot of flaws, you know they're there. And by blindly disagreeing, getting mad, getting angry, that means that you don't want criticism, you don't want to improve. For the next game you're making, you don't want to make a better game. You just want to make a game again, but you don't really care how it turns out. Criticism is vital for your product to bloom. You always need testers, you always need someone to tell you that's not a good idea, or that's a good idea. Because you become blind to your own game, you become blind to your own product. If you never test it, if you just accept how it is, and the worst part being, you don't accept any criticism on it. What are you ever gonna learn? Let's say you were a car mechanic. You always did a horrible job. Customers always came back, told you how bad of a job you did. Your supervisor shows you how to do a better job next time, how to do it faster, how to make it more efficient. And if you just ignore him, if you ignore the customers who come back, if you ignore your supervisor, you're not gonna last. That's just how it is. We're seeking people who are willing to improve. If you're never willing to improve, but just dwell in your ignorance, you'll never become anything. It's a real life example that it really doesn't completely reflect what we're talking about here, but it's still an important lesson to learn. If you ignore the criticism, no matter how harsh it is, you've closed down the door of self-improvement. You're saying, I'm not willing to improve, I don't really care. You're wrong. Even if they're opinions, you treat them as people just being wrong. And again, I'm not talking to the developer here, I'm not talking to them, I'm just talking to people in general. If you're ignoring, or you don't want to hear negative criticism, then live in your bubble. I guess that's just how you're gonna be. If you don't want to improve, that's on you. But you don't have to get mad for criticism. I get mad. I get mad that games like this get made. That's my criticism. If you disagree, feel free to disagree. Hilarious. Oh, I didn't realize I could jump through that. Such as this design here, I don't really... I don't feel the need... Oh look, this has the same game maker thing, climbing ladders. So I don't really feel the need to make this like a big puzzle. Explain everything that's wrong with this. At this point, I wanna talk one-on-one with you, the viewers. How important it is that criticism exists. And how important it is that you learn from it. Does everything I say mandate how a game should be made? No. Is everything I say the law? No. Is everything I say a fact of how things should be? Definitely not. Those are called just opinions. That's how it works. I only have opinions of my own. If you disagree with them, go ahead. If you close the door, you don't want to improve, guess what? Your next game is gonna be the same crap again. It's gonna be the same. Really the problem of today's gaming industry, we have people making games who are not willing to improve. They are throwing out crap after crap. Especially with these Mega Man fan games. They're people who are just trying to learn how to make a game. They don't really care about Mega Man to the point where they really they want to make a product to respect the franchise. They're just testing what they can get away with and how game design works. It's fine to try and learn, but don't tell me that my opinions are wrong. That's not how it works. Things were not used to be like this 10-15 years ago. Now we got these self-righteous assholes, we got these people who think they're always right, people who think that their product is excellent, they're closing their eyes. I don't know when that began, but it's now a thing. Here's one thing I want to mention, look at how easily these enemies come back. Like if nothing else, look at this. It's enough for me to jump back up the ledge and it comes back. Extremely harsh. One of those platforming things we did with the mines, I can respect that. That's a nice little brain teaser, but then again you have these 2 pixel wide spikes that I don't like the design, it's so hard to see them. So like why not make the spikes big? So you can actually fucking see them. And this game is also for the Switch. So imagine holding this game in your hands and the screen going up and down like this. Small little spikes that you can barely see. I don't understand. But again, even if none of the dislikes came from the developer, which I don't think they did. He can, like judging from this game, he can barely speak English. So whoever got butt hurt, that's some reality for you, I'm sorry to say. Keep closing your eyes, keep closing the doors in front of you. Keep plugging your ears in. You'll never... you don't allow any self-improvement to take place. It's fucking sad. Makes me sad. That's what you've decided. Of course, if you just disagreed with me 5 times, with your 5 different personalities, my apologies. I can get behind your illness. We can get over that. But hey, it is what it is. It's just a horrible game. Again, my opinion. This is exactly what's wrong with the gaming industry right now. Games like this. If I told you that as a fact, I would let people become upset. That would upset me. If I told you as a fact that this is how it is. I haven't told you any facts. They're just opinions. It might be a fact for me. Game is horrible. Alright, that's a fact for myself. That doesn't mean that everyone will agree. Clearly. But it's a good moment to kind of try and understand how closing doors in front of you affects your life. Also, this guy is sharing, or gal, sharing some of the shot patterns from this weapon. If you look at her shoot one of the weapons, it arcs exactly the same way. You're just recycling code. Look, same arc. It's not very amusing. I see. This also doesn't feel like a fortress stage. It's fairly easy. Made you use some of the weapons creatively. I agree. But it's... I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not... it doesn't feel like a fortress level. These graphics as well. Aren't these the same graphics we already had on the first level we did? And this weapon I can never get out, because I always get hit before. Let's try now. Now I didn't look how much damage it did. Okay, not enough. Mines. Try and find a weakness. I have no clue how to avoid attack. Maybe with the shield. I've avoided it a couple of times, but it's not enough. This weapon was a very interesting weapon. I'll give you that. You can swap places, and that's apparently the weakness. Swapping places with the enemy. At least that's 2 damage. I'm not sure how big of a weakness that is in grand scheme of things. I guess swapping places with her would allow me to negate this attack. I guess that's the whole idea of it. I just really don't like when it's nearly impossible to dodge something with the buster only. It looks like it's possible, it's just very, very close. Dodging this, yeah, have fun. Oh well, that's 2019 for you, I guess. I'm one of the amazing. I never had so much pleasure from a battle. I can't deny you're truly something. You are just awful. I will never become like you. Such harsh words. Anyway, my mission is complete. You're not even facing her. I'm sure the old man will enjoy the data I collected from you. So I'm of the older generation, so I might not understand how today's culture exactly works. I'm still of the old mindset. Maybe this is the world we live in now. Maybe self-improvement is not something that's admired. Maybe it's more important that you make a quick buck. And if people find flaws with your game, then maybe it's really better to cut them off. And again, I'm not talking about necessarily this game. I'm talking about all games in general. So you don't have to take this personally. I don't take things personally because I'm not a fucking wallflower. That's one thing that works out for me. I like how the mines disappear. If they're off the edge, they're gone. I can take criticism on myself. Usually though, criticism that's geared towards me is usually, hey, you're an ugly fat son of a bitch. Is that really criticism? Maybe it is. Do I get upset about it? No. Have to understand, in order to listen to someone's opinion about you, you have to respect them first. That's really the problem, that we come into contact with that ideology right there. So if you tell me your videos could do a little bit more research, you could really look at this aspect of this game again and give a second opinion after you realize that that's how it actually works. That's real criticism, and I can understand. I get that. Kinda like these mechanics, so you're using the weapons on your stages in a semi-creative way, but at the same time, some of them are quite ludicrous. They're not very well thought out, I guess. Yeah. Like this, I have to wait for the right moment. It takes quite a while. Then I have to immediately dash. If I don't understand to do that, that's an insta-kill. This game relies a lot on insta-kills. It's not about... the game is not about dying to damage. That rarely, if ever, happens. It's more likely you're gonna die to some kind of an insta-kill hazard or a pit. And that's usually... and if you accidentally just dash. Because dash, being on the D-pad, should be a thing that you should be able to disable. Because you can accidentally dash. So it's more about controls. It's more about using your weapons in a strange way. But it's not really... doesn't feel like a fortress stage. Music is mellow. It's like an outside area, which isn't always bad, it's just in this case doesn't really feel like an end game. Again, I dashed accidentally, like twice. You might go, hey, well, because you talk about these things, you're letting it get to you. It's not necessarily like that. I don't let it get to me, I'm just trying to understand how 2019 works. How the past couple of years work. That's I'm trying to understand why criticism is not something that people wish to receive anymore. Granted, it can be harsh. That's my philosophy of giving criticism. If I was positive all the time, you wouldn't learn dick. If I find the things, if I nitpick, if I find the weird things, you're gonna learn quite a lot faster than me just praising, oh look at these artistic elements in here, lovely work. I got damage, that's okay, it's in a great spot. Oh, look at the background, I love that. Let's make this jump. Well positioned. I don't really think about anything, I just go. Look at this. Ah, my fault for dropping on the spikes. I didn't see them. Those are just some bad examples. But if that's all I did, and I know plenty of YouTubers who do that, there's no room for me to do it again. I'm here to basically crap down your neck, alright? And I do enjoy games. Some games I do enjoy, and I'll tell you if they're good. Even then, when I tell people that I like Unlimited, people go, well, it's just because you beta tested it. You were the only beta tester for that game. You were sucking Megaphil's dick. Okay, well, have you noticed that there's a complete list of testers on the credits? Have you noticed that I only tested the Z prototype? I never tested the core game. People don't even care enough to check out the facts. If somebody thinks that Unlimited is bad, and I think it's good, just that whole idea that I like something, they can't handle it. If they don't like a product and I like it, they can't handle it. That's just... I'm probably wrong. You're wrong, you're an idiot, you're a fat fucker. Something along those lines, because people can't handle their own feelings anymore. So that's what follows. He's biased. He tested Unlimited. That's why he's ranking it so high. You know why I'm ranking Unlimited so high? Because it's a great game. Surprise. In my opinion, it's a great title. And everyone's biased. I get that. Everyone's biased on something. You can't find a reviewer that's not biased. But if I never tested the core game of Unlimited, I don't see how it's any different from evaluating that game or any other game. I don't think it is. You're just making things up at that point, because you can't fathom the fact that I like something. So there's also the stigma. Okay, this guy doesn't like anything. But of course he's gonna like the games he tested. You know, the reason for that is that I only tested the games I found worthy of testing. There's a reason why I've tested Unlimited and Rock and Roll. If you think about the reason for 5 seconds, you'll get it. Why could that be? Why do I like those games? They're the only games I tested. Why does he like them? Is he biased? We might be biased. I got it, guys. He's biased. Or maybe it is that I enjoy those games. I play them on my free time. I tell them, hey, I can test it, because I enjoy playing the game. So why not test it at the same time? But no, that's not how it works. He's biased. Like, something about this modern culture of gaming displeases me a lot. I'm not saying that people are wrong. I'm right. I'm observing things here, and I realize we are skimming through the game, going fast, not really paying attention to the game anymore, just playing. I've given, I think, every reasonable feedback I can give this game in this time. I don't think there's much more to find. What am I supposed to do? Oh, interesting, that's weird. I have to advance the screen. Oh look, a block. That takes a lot of artistic effort. Create a block. So we're just gonna die to this laser. To watch where it comes out from and then react. Not a lot of time to react to that. But that's just how it is nowadays, I guess. If you want to watch a critic that always gives positive feedback no matter what, go watch somebody else. There's plenty of YouTubers, we both know already who those are, who are always positive about everything. Go watch them, don't watch me. If you want to learn something, keep watching this channel. It's on you. You can make the decision. This is a rather hard boss, huh? Interesting. The lasers, when the lasers come out, it doesn't really give you much time to move, because it's almost instant. The telegraph time should be a bit longer. But here I go again, giving criticism. I guess that's something not everyone can handle. It's a bit of a downer for people who actually like this content. Because sometimes I come back to this topic, and it's kind of ruining the episode in itself. But sometimes it's just something that I like discussing. I don't particularly understand how to beat this boss. Let's look at it. Let's not talk. Let's look at the boss. What does it do? How does it work? Okay. So let's really try and think this time. How do you avoid damage on this? Okay, no time to even jump. Oh, barely. Okay. Now it's open. Fire red. I see. So calmly, and always jump when the laser at the bottom is opening up, then you oughta jump. Can't really see what they're doing if I keep firing. I took my eyes off it for like, what, 2 seconds and immediately got hit. Oh, the blinking is bad. Creating a bit of an epilepsy attack, I can feel it. So, not really sure what the weakness of this boss is, but anything else than this weapon would be a suicide. I guess there's might be a safe zone on the ladder. Might be. Ah, fuck. The first hard boss in the game. No matter how fast we mash, of course, it's not gonna help with this weapon. I like how we lose the weapon when the boss starts. And then we lose the energy of it. If we already had it equipped. So I should not equip the weapon if we're not in the boss fight yet. So, can't hold on to a ladder and keep the shield. It does seem to be a safe spot for everything else except these shots. Let's see what Nope. Well. So I just need to find a good spot for this. There's also one... Oh, I equipped the shield again. It's also... the difficulty curve in this game is just ludicrous. Because it's been so easy up until this point. And now all of a sudden it's hard as hell. For no reason. I don't get that. We could test another weapon. How do I get out of the menu? Not much to test. We could try this, but are we gonna swap sides? My god. Nope. Oh my god. I thought I glitched the game. Well, this is a doozy. There's really nothing we can do except this. We could try and use the fire weapon. But it's not really gonna do as much. Guess we just have to watch out for the bottom laser. This is infuriating as hell. Okay, fire when his eye is open. Now, perfect jumps. Oh, there we go. The shield is good, it's gonna eat the bullets. Ah, fuck, it's so precise. Unless you played this, you got no idea how precise you have to be. Good pattern, except I got hit because I'm a dumbass. Oh god. You don't really notice when you lose the shield, because you're looking at the right side of the screen. Then suddenly your shield is gone and you take damage. It's something else. Well, if you agree on what I said, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a dislike. Catch you next time. All in good sport here, I guess. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching another Nico Evaluates. Join us in Discord to talk about Mega Man, white bread, and the neighbor's dog. Impact the show in my Patreon, or just throw a few bucks if you wanna buy me coffee. Check our merch at teespring.com/store/Snupster and get my quotes on your shirt. If you want to see weekly Mega Man races, go ahead and subscribe to Snupster. Catch you on the next one.